Is this parts?
Yeah, this is parts.
I am looking for a replacement engine. So if the crankshaft is bad, the engine has to come out, because you have to remove the front and rear structure. There's no way you can't really replace the crankshaft in frame. I mean, you could, but you have to take it off the mounts and all that stuff. You have to remove a bunch of stuff out of the way. So it's a kind of a pain in the ass. So you have to remove the engine to do the crank. If it's a crank, I can get a crank for about $300 to $3,500. That's what a crankshaft costs. So that's a route that I can go, but I don't want to spend 40 grand on an engine. That's insane. So if I can find something like low mileage, for a good price, I would almost go that way, because if you have the crank apart, I don't know, you might as well almost do everything, even though it's such a low mileage engine, but we'll see. Right now I need to figure out some work, because we don't have enough work to pay for this. But we're working on that too.
We're working on that. You got the munchies? Would you rather go after we get Robbie? I can ask one guest to go for worst case. Alright, we are taking this tow bar situation back right now, and I guess we're in kind of a rush to be able to get back in time before our
Not a big rush.
kiddo gets out of school today.
God damn it.
That don't sound good.
That does not sound good at all.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Mercury's in full-blown retrograde, and it's messing with us big time. Now Fancy is making noise in the transmission. This transmission isn't that old either. It's kind of a weird noise. I don't think it's like in a gear or anything, but it's definitely weird. Anything look out of ordinary?
Why are the airbags down?
Are the airbags down?
Yeah.
Cool. That's weird because the switch isn't down.
That's why it's making that noise.
Well, at least we'll figure that part out. What broke?
The rod broke.
Oh, crap.
Leveling rod.
Do you want to leave it here and then we somehow... Oh, wow.
No, I could probably zip tie it or something.
You got...
That's why it's making that noise.
Yeah, because the air... Huh. That's why you stop when you hear funny noises and you check things out.
It's like one, it's not one thing, it's a freaking other, man.
I'm telling you, Mercury.
This is like...
Maybe tape that? Oh, you got tape. See? You're so smart.
It's an unfreaking can drive, Alice.
So we got our quote.
Yeah, 50 grand with tax. Plus 600. Well, I think that's with the shipping. About $50,000. But that's brand new engine. So a lot.
A lot.
I can't put a Volvo in the Peterbilt.
No, he can put them on the ship. So, let's check if it's stained. Oh, yeah.
We'll give Manel a shout out too. It's WC. What's your channel now? WC. Are you WCF? WCS? What's your WTF, Manel? WCE Manel. Gotcha. Guys, major thank you to Russo Brothers. They didn't even know us. They watched the channel though, apparently, which is super awesome. But they helped us out with letting us rent that tow bar. So they have a cute little shop in there, lots of stuff. So if you guys are in the Sacramento area, check them out, Russo Brothers. They also have a website where you can order stuff online. So appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for helping. And Manel, thank you too, over there, for helping us on this multi-day adventure. We what?
Don't film my titties.
We took Fancy Hawk to pick up our son from school because that's just kind of how timing worked out. I'm gonna get his reaction because he's not expecting this. Did you pick your nose and wipe it on my shirt?
No. I ate it.
Where is he? Is he wearing green today?
Yeah, it's him right there.
That's what I thought.
Did you see him T-Rexing?
I want you to honk.
driver school.
I think everyone's so confused why it's a big truck. But yeah, I have something great to show you. But it's not supposed to be outside.
Okay.
It's called a sun capture.
The rib master here,
Bader.
who's also been painting all afternoon.
No, the last like hour and a half.
Shh.
No, but 3 days, and yesterday all day.
Probably actually more than that.
It's been 3 days, third day.
It's been like a 3-week project though.
No, we started it this week, but then the truck broke down, so I had to go get it.
Darn trucks.
Or it would have been done. I'm doing the paper towel test. I'll explain as I do. So what it is you let this hang out, and if you see a major ring around it, like you obviously see dark and then you see like a ring around it, it means that there's fuel in it, because the fuel will spread out further than the oil will. You gotta give it a second. We might have to do a more of a
Bigger
more
drop?
oil, yeah. And that should.
So what's the purpose of doing this?
To see if there's fuel in the oil, if it's injector or not. Because I mean, I wasn't there. I saw the oil pressure fluctuating, but man, I just don't trust that this is like an engine issue. Smell this, because you're a basset hound. It kind of smells fuelish to me. Smell it.
I'm having those viewers smell it.
That day when you picked us up, we couldn't
Smells a
smell
little
anything.
fuely, maybe. That's a good drop.
I smell like it's fuel. It doesn't. This oil never
I
smelled
don't
like
know.
that.
I could smell my truck and see how
If
smells
it dumped a
same.
bunch of diesel in there, couldn't it wash the bearings out that way though too?
It could.
Have Michael smell. You got a good nose?
Smells fuelish to me.
I mean, it doesn't smell like pure oil.
It doesn't smell like oil. It smells like. You can smell fancy right now.
It's on my nose now. I smelled it good.
It doesn't smell.
It kind of smells like diesel.
It smells like diesel. Hey, come here. See, this smells totally different.
Let me smell.
Totally, it smells like engine oil. And this has got about the same amount of oil on it.
Yeah,
That's
that's got like a.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a lot
way
cleaner
different.
too.
Way different. It didn't look as dark either.
No. Which is weird because this engine usually runs dirtier than that engine. Let's smell yours now.
It's dirty
Smell them all.
diesel. Yeah, let's just smell them all.
Why that smells like kerosene.
It smells kerosene to
Smells
me.
like kerosene, which is what diesel usually will smell. Smells like fancy to me, just not as bad. Because this oil is really old in this truck. This oil needs change, which is going to get done tomorrow.
Yeah, it doesn't have that hint of kerosene type smell.
It just does not. So, I wonder if that's.
It's just that truck that smells like it. Tiny.
Yeah, I wonder if the injector let loose. Oh, look.
Yep.
Look at that.
There's diesel in it.
That's diesel.
Oh yeah, look at that.
If it is an injector issue, well, it won't pass the cutout test. It'll be flooding the cylinder out. But my thing with it is if it did do that, it might have damaged the line and scorched it. Because that's seems really excessive for what it's doing if it's knocking. I mean, I don't know. Damage is already done.
I've never seen a horse.
I think that's injector. knock. That was loud.
That's so freaking
That's what
loud.
I'm saying. I got my head next to that, and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't. I don't want a rod sent through my brains.
That's loud.
That's really loud.
That sounds like an injector knock, though. That doesn't sound like...
I've heard rod knock in gas cars. I've never heard a rod knock in the diesel. That's why I was like, I thought it was rod knock.
It's usually not that loud, man.
Yeah.
Rod knock is usually not that loud. That changed tone, and it was like, when I heard it, it was like
Little
pop,
bit.
pop, pop, pop,
Yeah.
pop. It was like an injector. It's literally... The only thing I'm worried about, like I said, is that if it washed the cylinder out there, we might have to put a cylinder in it.
Yeah. Are they sleeves? You just pull the sleeve out and put a new one in?
But then you got to set the, you know,
Bore
set
it
the
out.
height and everything. No, you don't bore them. They're wet sleeves, so you replace the hole, you pull the liner out.
Is it possible that the oil and the diesel's mixing, and then the more you rev it, the more fuel goes in there? That's why the oil is dropping? The pressure?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think the oil, the viscosity of this oil is so worn out from diesel fuel that, so maybe we don't need an engine. Maybe it's not that
So, is it too risky to try to do the cutout test?
bad. Yeah.
To let
What
it
if
run?
we,
would do it-
what if we changed the oil and had fresh
That's
oil?
what I'm saying. I would put fresh oil in it. Drain this oil and see if there's any particles in it, because you'll see glitter.
Yeah.
Take the filter.
Injectors, they
Cut the
won't
filter
make
apart.
glitter though, will they?
Out. No.
Okay.
Well, unless the bearings are toast. Cut the filter apart. Look at the media. See if there's any crap in it. Because if it's knocking like that, it's gonna have stuff in it.
You would think.
So maybe we're not screwed. And being that I saw blow-by smoke a little bit, I mean, it's gonna always have some. But when he was running and he was videoing it, and I saw the blow-by smoke,
That was
I
the
think
most
that's
it's
fuel
ever had.
related because it's going down that cylinder.
That was the most it ever had, because I got out and you could see it blowing in front of the
I mean, how many miles per truck? Like 830?
820 something, yeah, 830.
Almost 830. These are original injectors, so cross your fingers that it washed the liner out, because if it washed that liner out and the crosshatch is gone, it's gonna need a kit, like at least on one cylinder, and that sucks.
Is it
Because
like
this engine never burned any oil. Like what I changed the oil on this truck when you guys were running it, whatever I put in it, that's what I drained out.
It's golden hour. Look how perfect the lighting is.
Again, because the fifth wheel wouldn't release, and I pulled on it and took the adjustment off.
All right. Well, Martin's got some grease on his face. We're gonna go in and have ribs. Katie and
taste.
Michael
Just mix it with
are
the
over
barbecue
for dinner.
sauce. It tastes good.
So we're gonna go have some ribs and baked beans and cornbread muffins.
You're riding my bike to golf yesterday. I had like this.
So we're gonna do.
I
and
pulled
then
the
tomorrow,
dipstick out and
maybe?
there's no oil.
Shut up, she's filming.
I know he's so rude. Are we gonna drain oil tomorrow? Or
I got
you got to service my
Service your
truck.
truck. Maybe
Maybe.
we might.
All right.
You're
I'm
doing
still not 100% sure like what the game plan is to diagnose this, but we'll figure it out, right?
Maybe I'll plug an Insight. Maybe there's a ghost code, and it'll tell me what cylinder it is, and I could turn off the cylinder, deactivate it, and fire up the truck and let it run on 5. I have a feeling it's coming from number 1. It sounds like it's number 1.
Wait, if you did that, would that mean the knock would go away if that was deactivated? If that was the problem?
Yes.
Okay. That's cool. We should try that. Alrighty guys, it's Monday, August 28th, and the Fancy Hawk emblem giveaway has been live for 1 week. We have a total of 187 entrants for this thing. Guys, I didn't think so many of you wanted a piece of Fancy Hawk. I wish I had more emblems to give away. We'll have to do some other fun giveaways like this in the future, because I guess you guys really just wanted a little part of Fancy in your household. So we're going to draw for the winner, and hopefully whoever gets it mounts it above the bed to annoy their wife. That's what I'm hoping for. So fingers crossed. All right, guys, 187 entries. Here's our list right here.
Just double tap.
Yep, I should spin it. No, it's not. What's
Ah, you're screwing it up. Where's the thing?
right in the middle. You tap in the middle. Oh, there you go. All right, let's see who wins.
How can you even see that?
It's going to tell us on the screen. Kenneth Reynolds 5564 is the winner.
Congrats, Kenny.
Congratulations.
Kenneth gets
Kenneth-
a Kenworth badge.
I know, it's fitting because he gets a Kenworth badge. There we go.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.